everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. That's right, the most fun budget commanders for new players to build and play right now. Let's jump into them. First up, Edric, Spymaster of Trest. That's right, Blame Eddie, a 2/2 elf rogue for 3 mana in Simic. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may draw a card. Now, here's the thing. This does benefit opponents, yes, and that's something that could scare off newer players, but here's what I'm going to tell you, new players. This is a very exciting and very powerful commander for you to build, because here's the thing. You're building an entire deck around it. You are the one that gets to take the most advantage of this. You can play a flying men type strategy, basically, low to the ground evasive creatures that essentially just cost like 1 mana that you just get out a ton of them and you start swinging, and all of a sudden turn 3 comes around, you already have 3 of those creatures in play, and you're like, oh yeah, hit you, draw 3 cards. Yeah, it's a great feeling just drawing all the cards with this commander, building up an insane board, utilizing creatures that have even more, combat damage triggers as well, other effects too, and of course, anthems, and more anthems. Ways to pump your team, ways to finish your opponent off, ways to utilize the massive amount of card advantage that you're getting in your hand. It is such a fun commander, and one that does incentivize attacks on your opponents as well, protecting yourself at the same time. Check this one out, pick it up, build around it, and check out my deck tech on it. Moving on, now when it does come to commanders and newer player commanders and ones that kind of help, when it comes to filling out some of those different parts of a deck, basically, again, Edric helps handle, sending, some attacks in other directions from your opponents, but also giving you card advantage. Cadira helps out in a different way. Call this small, a 3/3 Orc Ranger with trample for 3 mana and Selesnya. When it deals combat damage to a player for each token you control, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Flooding the board, winning the game. That's how this commander helps you. Again, for every single token you control, it doesn't matter what kind of a token it is, so you can flood your board with a variety of tokens. It can be food tokens, clue tokens, treasure tokens, whatever they are. Servos, who cares? All of a sudden, you just have a giant board of tokens. Once you hit just with 1 damage, any kind of damage at all with Cadira, you double up your tokens. You make an insane amount of rabbits. And also, keep in mind, again, double strike, hitting once, hitting twice in the same combat, you quadruple instead. So this is a commander that can get out of control in absolutely no time, flooding the board. Again, already has trample. You just need some ways maybe to pump to make sure Cadira can get some damage through, or some other kinds of evasion as well. That being said, such a fun commander, such a great commander, such a beginner-friendly commander. Check it out, pick it up. Moving on, it doesn't get much more straightforward than Brago, King Eternal, a very powerful commander with a very, very specific thing that Brago, enjoys doing, and that is called blinking, and that is about it. A 2/4 spirit with flying for 4 mana and Azorius. Whenever Brago deals combat to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control. Return those cards to the battlefield under those control. Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to blink everything, basically. That's just what you're going to do. You're going to get things out. They say, hey, okay, I've got a great ETB. Cool, all right. It comes into play. I get the good ETB. All right, then I swing with Brago. And guess what? I get that again. Oh, and by the way, all the other great ETBs that I have again and again and again. You're just storing up insane amounts of value on the battlefield, basically, and just saying, yeah, I'm just going to every single turn get extra value out of every single one of you. Again, those can be card advantage, they can be removal, they can be a wide variety of ETB triggers, essentially, helping you just take advantage of it, build up the board state, dominate opponents. It's very straightforward, very fun, and very powerful. Check it out, pick it up. Moving on, let's talk about Landfall, and yeah, I definitely could have gone with Tati over here, but I'm going to Tannuk Memorial Ensign, a different kind of version, essentially, of that Landfall. 2/4 Kabu Pilot for 3 mana and Gruel. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, Tannuk deals 1 damage each opponent. If this is the second time this ability to resolve this turn, draw a card. I mean, first of all, like Keen Sense type cards, just draw all the cards in the world whenever it's dealing damage to opponents and drawing each time. Yeah, that's insane. That being said, yeah, even with just the, your second time ability to resolve this turn, draw a card, that is crazy, crazy good. Again, any kind of Evolving Wilds type card is automatically going to be drawing you a card, or just if you are, hitting your land drop plus ramping equals draw. or playing like an explosive vegetation type card, you know? All those cards, they basically give you 2 lands at the same time. For one, I got like Harrow, probably a better example than explosive vegetation. There's a lot better cards than explosive vegetation these days. That being said, you might just be running all the ramp spells with this too anyways. So you just keep ramping, you draw cards to replace those cards. On your opponent's turns, you can even draw cards as well, so do keep that in mind. By getting 2 lands to play on their turns, plenty of ways to do that. Again, you got those creatures that can tap to put a land from your hand on the battlefield, etc, etc, etc. Instant speed, land ramp as well. It is such a good commander, one that, again, can take advantage of extra damage effects, essentially. It can take advantage of, again, those triggers that happen whenever it's hitting. It can take advantage of, well, again, when you're drawing cards. Such a good commander that helps you with a landfall shell in a lot of ways. Again, card advantage and win potential right there too. Build around it, pick it up. Moving on, one that is so much fun and so powerful and so quick. Goreclaw, Terror of Sisma. 4/3 bear for 4 mana in green. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast whenever Goreclaw, Terror of Sisma attacks. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater gains +1/+1 in trample until end of turn. Here's the thing. Yeah, build your deck with a bunch of creatures that have power 4 or greater. There you go. That's basically the premise of this. It's okay. Do you have a creature that has power 4 or greater? Cool. It's an option for this deck. I mean, if it's in green as well. Here's the thing with this one again. Literally, you are just going to be going so fast. Again, picture this, okay? Turn 1, let's say I don't do anything, okay? Turn 2, ramp. All right. Turn 3, Goreclaw. Turn 4, probably 2 creatures with power 4 or less. I mean, like, literally, or 4 greater, I should say. Being able to just immediately get them out, be able to immediately swing the game in your favor by just building up an army and then just start swinging at opponents, pumping them, getting their damage through, utilizing other Anthem effects as well, maybe even some that grant Anthem effects or have great ETBs. You can get out some real heavy hitters real quickly with a commander like this and just start dominating the board in absolutely no time. Check this one out, pick it up, build around it. Moving on, Kardur, Doomscourge, a very different commander from the previous one we talked about. This is a 4/3 Demon Berserker. Again, Goreclaw 4/3, Kardur 4/3, and they're both the same cost, but yeah, this one goes about things in a slightly different way. Enters the battlefield until your next turn. Creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, attack a player other than you if able. Basically, improved goad, because this affects creatures that even come into play after this happens, which is insane. And by the way, hey, whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Again, any attacking creature, and all of a sudden, everyone else gets drained and you keep gaining life. This is an uncommon commander, somehow. It should not be uncommon. I mean, don't worry about the uncommonness when it comes to commanders. If you're a newer player and building around them, it doesn't mean it's less powerful. It just means that, well, other players might think it's less powerful when you're playing against them, and you get an advantage for that. This is a way to force your opponents into attacking and to attacking each other again and again and again. You might be thinking, okay, well, I'm not in white or blue. I don't have a lot of blink effects. That's true. But you do have feign death type effects. You have, hey, if this creature's going to die, come right back into play under my control instead, and that will get you an ETB. So, of course, just build around some, sacrifice outlets, or just, some cards like Village Rites, which let you sacrifice a creature. Do so, play feign death, bring it right back, and all of a sudden, oh, opponents, you're goated again. You need to do this again where you keep attacking each other. You're going to be decimating your opponent's armies and their life totals in absolutely no time. And then just once that last player is up there, you're going to be able to just clean up in absolutely no time. Such a fun commander, such a unique commander, such a powerful commander. Check it out, pick it up, build around it. Moving on, Halana and Alena partners. 2/3 Human Ranger for 4 mana. In Gruul. First strike, reach at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put X counters on another target creature you control where X is Halana Alena's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. Such a fun commander, such a powerful commander. One that can say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hyper-charge combat and make things really quick for us. We are going to, well, just be incentivized to grow throughout the game. Again, if you get those kind of pump effects on this, again, like say Blackblade or Forge type cards, all of a sudden you've got a lot of power on your commander, first of all, and first strike reach is nice for, again, being an amazing blocker, also a great attacker too when you need to. But also then you go, okay, I play another creature. Yeah, this creature now all of a sudden is absolutely massive and can swing right away. yeah, it is a great way to just put absolute monsters onto the battlefield and swing again and again and again and again, taking out your opponents in absolutely no time. A great combat-focused commander. Check it out, pick it up. Next up, how about one that's focused on power as well as drawing the most insane amount of cards you've ever seen? A 1/1 Merfolk Wizard. We got Prime Speaker Zegana for 6 mana in Simic. And yeah, that might be a decent amount of mana for commander, but you're in green. You can ramp. You can get there. I promise you're going to be okay. Prime Speaker Zegana enters with X counters on Rexy, greatest power among other creatures you control. When it enters, draw cards, you go to its power. Yet there's a lot of creatures out there that can have an insane amount of power very, very easily. I mean, let's just talk about even a card like, oh, I don't even know, like Forgotten Ancient, okay? You get that into play, and all of a sudden, in a couple turns, not even like make turns at all, it gets an insane amount of counters on it, and you're like, oh yeah, cool, all right, you're massive, all right, I play this, and then I draw 10 plus cards. Beast of Burden type cards, where it's like, okay, I gain power based on the number of creatures on the battlefield. Cool, that. Or other ones that are just like, oh, hey, because commander rules happen, you know, I have reduced cost or whatnot, you know, and I cost like 1 mana, and I'm a 10/10. Yeah, there are plenty of those things out there too. You got a lot of different options to get a lot of power on the battlefield very, very quickly. And then when you play this, you're like, okay, now let's draw a crazy amount of cards. And by the way, this is the biggest creature I control now. My commander can easily become a 2-shot KO, maybe even a 1-shot KO at some point. It is a great heavy hitter for you, on top of a great draw engine for you. And again, keep in mind that ETB is not attached to a cast trigger at all. So essentially, again, any of those blink effects that you might have, thanks to the fact that you're in blue, equal reset it. So again, if even something bigger is in play, great, okay, blink this, leaves play, comes back into play, draw another 10 plus cards. Insane turns can happen with this one. Insane plays can happen with this one. Such a good commander. Pick it up, check it out. Next up, Titania, Nature's Force, a 6/6 elemental for 6 mana in green. Actually, just did a deck tech on this one. Make sure you check that one out. Such a fun commander. You may play Force from your graveyard. Whenever a Force you control enters, create a 5/3 green elemental creature token. When Ron you control dies, you may mill 3 cards. Yeah, this is a commander, again, that helps you out in a couple different aspects. Number one, being able to get forests out of your graveyard. That is a great way to essentially go, oh, okay, I've got another resource to be able to play at lands. Absolutely, you can do a lot of cool things with that. On top of that, again, a way to make a lot of creatures, a lot of powerful creatures again. Any forest coming into play, make a 5/3. Yeah, you can do a lot of crazy things with that. And a lot of game-ending plays as well. Again, with all these milling effects, again, with your elementals dying or other milling effects that you might have, filling your graveyard with a bunch of lands, and then all of a sudden playing like a Splendid Reclamation, getting a lot of lands into play, and then having a massive army out of nowhere. Yeah, you can do a lot of game-ending plays with this one. It is a commander that can definitely take over. And finally, sometimes the best answer is the simplest one. Yargle and Multani are here for just that. In 18/6, that's right, in 18/6 Frog Spirit Elemental, because that's the thing, for 6 mana in Golgari, that does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Again, let me say it one more time. Absolutely nothing. It is a vanilla commander. All of that language on the card right there, again, including the or whatever replied Yargle part at the bottom. All right, I guess there's a ribbon in there. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That is just flavor text. It is literally just a vanilla creature, but the most massive vanilla creature ever at 18/6. This is 3 points of damage away from being a 1-shot KO on its own. And yes, you can very easily get there. And yes, you can make it evasive, or you can make it up trample. You can make it get through. This is the most simple answer. Again, this is just go after your opponent, hit them, they're gone. Next opponent, go after them, hit them, they're gone. You could even joke and give this infect with like a Tainted Strike just for fun. If you're like, you know what, I didn't take out the commander name to go with poison. Yeah, basically, again, go simple, go straightforward. Utilize equipment to essentially power this up, utilize other effects to power this up, utilize effects to get through, take out your opponents, and laugh at them when they're taken out by the amazing combination of Yargle and Multani. And with that, this episode is come to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.